And I just posted a video, or I just made a video, and whether I posted it or decide to post it or not, I think I'm going to, just because I might as well. But I want to do a quick follow up because the wheels are turning right now, and if I do the repetition and put in the reps into what I'm doing, I'm going to continue doing it. That's how my first couple videos started, when I was doing product reviews back in January 2024, and I started doing that. I just kind of went for it. They sucked. They were not good videos. I got a lot of dislikes on my early videos, but I figured while I'm here and while I'm feeling that motivation, just to kind of ramble on a little bit about how I've been feeling recently, which is not great. I've been pretty down, honestly, about where I've been at, where I'm going, and what comes next. Um, because I really don't know. I have no clue what comes next. I don't know if what I'm doing here is sustainable by any means, or if I'm going to have to go find a job here in the next couple of years, or next year or so, that actually makes me enough income to survive. And luckily, I have a wonderful girlfriend who is super supportive and has allowed me the space to be able to do this for a little while. But I bring in some income to help. I do music, so if you didn't see the other video, I play music live. I have done thousands of shows. I've never been big enough to go on a full on tour. I've done very small stints, and all stateside, nothing crazy. Mostly in Virginia, where I'm at, in the surrounding states, North Carolina, West Virginia, Maryland, uh, around there. And so coming up here, actually, I will be going to Illinois and Kentucky and doing a couple of shows out there, which is going to be a lot of fun. We do country music underneath Cody Christian. So we're not a Christian band, or just a country band. And some people mistake that because that's his last name, first and last name. So, anyways, I wanted to really talk about this because I feel lost sometimes, and I don't know what the right move would be. If I should be doing content and posting reviews and my thoughts online and posting myself online, really, or if I should be hunkering down and trying to find a consistent job that brings in an income. But like, I've been granted an opportunity to be able to do something I have been extremely passionate for years. Um, I have I have recorded so much footage over a myriad of 10 years or so, probably longer, and never posted any of it. Always been even afraid to edit the videos. Like, I have so much footage of content that's probably, some of it pretty good, some of it's probably, most of it's pretty bad, and just was always too afraid to post it, and just had to be backed into a corner if I did. Anyways, that's other part of the story. The reason why I'm feeling so down right now is because, despite doing something I'm really loving, it's just the stresses of surviving as an adult with a house, with a having to put food on the table, and having a pet. No kids, luckily. That would be difficult, to say the least. I have friends who have them, and they have to hustle. But I've gone into this world of like hustle and gig culture, gig work, and it's really fulfilling. It's a lot of fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I have so much fun playing music every time I'm out, and I love hopping on stage, and I don't care if there's 5 people there or 150 people there. It's fun. Um, Occasionally 1,000 plus. It's been awesome, but most of the time it's usually, between 50 to 150 people, maybe 200 on good nights, and we get paid for them. So that's why I don't really care if anyone's out there or not. I get paid regardless, which is cool. But the part that gets me down is that I am living in this gig by gig paycheck, and that's stressful. It's stressful when you have bills to pay, when you have a mortgage, when you have utilities you have to pay. I mean, shoot, I have to keep my AC on, and that thing runs hundreds of dollars a month, as I'm sure some people understand. And that's stressful because food costs have gone up, and gas has gone up, and costs of living and buying things have gone up, uh, and all of it's just, it's not cheap by any means. So I might make $50 in a day from all my hundreds of Amazon videos. But that $50 goes by real quick. I mean, I could practically go out to a fast food place and spend $50 on what you would think would be more food than you actually get. Surprisingly, nowadays, it's kind of crazy. I remember the 99-cent burgers; those were great back in the day. Or when tacos cost $1, 75 cents even. I think back when I was in like high school, I think there were like special days where you can get tacos for like 75 cents at some local taco places. That was pretty cool. Nowadays it's like $2. It's not much, but it's gone up. But that's the thing, is that I've had this stress for a year and a half now. It's died down a bit, and I've tried to allow myself to relax a bit more about it. And like I said, I have a great support system who has just been by my side every second. I greatly appreciate that. But I'm not any easier on myself about it, and sometimes I just don't know what to do. I don't know if I should continue on creating content, if I should continue on hoping that I might make more than $30 or $50 in a day from my Amazon reviews, despite having hundreds of videos up. Somehow I don't know, I feel like I'm throttled sometimes, and I think it's just because it could be like that whole shadow banning thing. It could be BS. I have no idea. But all I know is that I stress out about that daily income that's coming in, because that is the most consistent type of income. Our gigs can vary. It just depends on our singer and how many gigs he gets. And I work with a couple other local artists too that are getting gigs, but they do it once in a while because they all have day jobs, except our singer. He does not. He's doing what I'm doing: gig culture, gig work. And I realized that there is a freedom in doing an art, a form of entertainment, something that isn't just sitting behind a computer desk, or getting down and grimy with your hands, and then doing something that's like going to be useful for a lot of people, like plumbing, electrical. I don't know that kind of stuff. I've never had that kind of knowledge. Now behind a desk, could do that all day, but you're working for someone else. You're working for someone else's dream. And so I like the idea of trying this gig culture out, this gig work, and I'm hoping that it pays off one day. I really do. I'd like to think I'm not in it for money, but at the same time, I am. I need to make a living, but I don't need to be rich. I want to be able to survive and to have a little more freedom in my life, a little more flexibility when I decide to take a vacation, and not feel that stress of having to be at work all the time. That's difficult. It's a hard thing to do because you don't have the steady paycheck. You don't have the health insurance. You don't have the 401k. I used to have those things. It was great. I hated the job sometimes, but I loved the stability that it provided me. And I think that's what's got me depressed in this last year and a half, is my personal life's doing okay. Like, my relationship's doing great. My family's, on and off, they're doing okay. And my work with my friends and hanging out with people I love and I'm close with, that's all going really smoothly. Work, however, is a different story. And I love what I'm doing, and I want to continue doing it. But I'm just down, depressed on it. And I'm not talking like, like a full, I just feel down for the day. Like I have depression. I deal with that on a regular basis. I've dealt with that since I was a teenager, and gone to doctors and taken the medicine for it and all that stuff. I don't do it anymore, but haven't for years because it's just gets me foggy. Anyways, I don't know if how normal that is or not. I think it's probably pretty normal for a lot of people. It's just stresses of life. It gets you down, makes you feel like you don't want to do anything, makes you sometimes even not want to get out of bed in the morning. And if you do, you're just like, let me just sit and like watch some TV or scroll on social media. Just a ton of things. Everything but what I know I should be doing. And I don't want to always feel like that. I don't want to take it out on those who are close to me. I want to be able to show them that I do love them, that I appreciate them. And sometimes hard. I spend less time with my family and my folks. Spend less time with my friends I want to. Uh, I don't respond back to text a lot of times. I pretty much am a homebody. Very much a homebody. And the thing is, what I do every day, creating content, playing music, it keeps me alive. It keeps me feeling like I have a purpose for this and I'm not just working for some other person and living out their dream and just getting paid a paycheck. That's great. There's a lot of benefits to that. But there's a huge benefit to just filling up my soul, I guess, with something I really truly love. For the first time in my whole life, I think this is something I truly love doing. And the stress though comes in with the trouble on the income. It's hard. It's hard because things are expensive and it's challenging sometimes. It's challenging getting past feeling depressed, feeling down, feeling like no matter how much time and effort you put into something, that is just not going to be enough. And I've been, my girlfriend would tell me all the time that you're doing a lot. And yes, I think I am. But I also think I'm not doing enough. And I feel like I should do more. I should be better at what I'm doing. I've edited like 700 plus videos, and I feel like my editing should be a lot stronger by now. However, was doing 45 videos every month, almost 60 sometimes. Now down to about 30, and this last month here, I was doing a lot more gigs this month, but not as high as it should have been for my reviews. And so I just haven't put as much focus into editing as I should, or like the LUTs and color corrections and audios and all that stuff. But I'm really fulfilled in creating something I'm passionate about. But then I'm also have this side of me that is just struggling with knowing that I couldn't survive on my own. That's hard. It's hard. As the way I grew up is I'm supposed to provide and be the one who is not only surviving, but making sure everyone else around me can be taken care of. And now I'm the one that maybe doesn't need full on taken care of, but like it'd be a lot different story if I was just completely by myself, had a house, had the dog, had to still go to the gigs and still figure out the health insurance and try to still even save some money for a retirement one day long in the future or far in the future. And that gets me down. And I think I might have been pushing myself, to be honest, to record a second video. But these are thoughts I have that I've always been too nervous to share, and I don't even know if I should be sharing, to be honest. But that I know there's other people out there who feel the same way. And if you're someone out there who feels that way, you're not alone. You're not alone in feeling down about where you're at in life. You're not alone in feeling like you're not doing enough. You're not alone in feeling like you don't have enough to actually make it if you were by yourself. Or if you are by yourself trying to figure out how to just survive paycheck to paycheck. You're not alone in that. And I think that's why I want to record this, is because I want to just know that, just to air it out, I guess, that I've been feeling depressed. And I hope that gets better. It does. It does. It comes in waves, back and forth. But that I need to know that it's normal to be feeling this way, but to also be encouraged to continue on and not just fold or quit because it's hard. And sure, playing music, writing reviews, and posting videos online. A lot of people would argue it's not very hard work. It is, just in a different way, not in the way you think. It's a lot of fun to do. It's a lot easier than going to a 9 to 5 every day, or working at some restaurant or something, or wherever you might be at, a hospital. Firefighters, I don't know. I feel like those are harder jobs. But this job's hard mentally. It's hard because you don't want to survive off of recognition and acceptance from people online who might watch those videos. You don't want to have to rely on the paycheck to paycheck to be like, oh, okay, well, I made $30 yesterday. It was an okay day, but I made $5 a day before, and oh, I made $60 3 days before that. That's hard. That's where I struggle, I think. And I'm ready to throw in the towel sometimes, but I don't think it's time yet. And I want to push this until the last second when I have nothing else to give, because this opportunities like this come once in a lifetime. I've always gone from when I was like 15, I think I got my first job at Subway, and from then on out, I've always had a job. For the years in high school, and even as a young adult, I think they're part-time jobs. But shortly after being, I think, 18 or maybe 19, I got a full-time job, and I've been doing full-time work since then. I still went to college and still did all that, but I always worked. This is the first time in my life where I tried to work. I tried to do more. I tried to find a new job after losing mine and couldn't get one. And so after not finding one for almost a year, about 9 months or so, I finally discovered Amazon affiliate and decided to try to start that, because I heard it was a side hustle, I guess, for people to make money. And I was like, well, I have a lot of products. I buy a lot of things. I love my stuff. And so I was like, let me try it. Why not? What's the worst that happens? I'm looking for jobs day in, day out. I hate it, and nothing's coming from it anyway. So might as well. So I've been granted this opportunity to keep going, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. But the depression part is real, man. It's real. And it's hard to get past. And that part is something I'll just take time, comes in waves, goes back and forth. Some days I wake up feeling great. Other days I wake up feel like crap. Today, kind of one of those crap days. And it wasn't fully. Like, it was kind of like more like the 30 to 40% crap day. Like, I have those zero crap days where I'm just like, oh, it's not good. But I'm doing this as more of a motivation to myself, I think, to say that I'm not stopping this, but that I have to acknowledge when I'm down. Can't just kind of ignore it, pretend it's not real. I can put it to the side and worry about it at a later time, and that's what I did all night, all day actually. I went to go fix up my bass earlier today for a couple hours, came back and had just been recording product videos and B-roll and all this other stuff for hours. It's finally midnight, and I just finished up maybe 45 minutes ago, and then decided to sit in front of the camera still. So I don't even know if I'm still done technically. I don't know if that counts or not. But that even in my down days, I can't just sit there and do nothing. I need to find a motivation to keep going. And maybe that's going to be more talking head videos where I just say stuff to a camera and then post it or not post it. I don't know. But that I feel worse when I have a down day and I do nothing. But the depression's real. It's hard to get past. And it might take me hours to start my day. I might not start at 10 a.m. or 8 a.m. or whatever time. I might end up starting at 2 p.m., 5 p.m. And then I have to work extra hard from 5 p.m. till midnight. But I've had that lack of motivation in the last couple months because I think the depression's just reached a new level and I need to get back out of that rut. And if I don't just start doing more, I'll stay in the rut. And my doing more right now is me posting or talking about, I didn't know what. I was going to look up subjects and I was going to find a niche and go headfirst into probably Amazon affiliate related stuff and just be like, all right, this is the content I'm going to post for YouTube to hopefully get a bigger audience and maybe grow some subscribers or get more likes and views and whatever. And I put that off and put it off and continued on putting it off. And so this is the day I decided to stop putting it off and just post. But this is not a niche subject or something I was going to talk about. I didn't think I was actually ever going to talk about any of this. But here I am. Because if I don't just do something and push through, I'll let it eat me from the inside out. You don't want that. It's not good. That's debilitating. I don't know if that's the right word for it. Maybe it is. So, back to all this to say, if you are feeling so down and just beaten by life, get up, do it again, do it the next day. Every day is a new day. Every day is a different day. And for me, today was not a great day. It wasn't a bad day. It just wasn't great. And I don't know what happened. Something in the middle of the day kind of just got me down. But I know I had to get back up and keep going. Because if I don't, it's just worse that way. It's worse to not keep going. It's worse to just give in and give up. I'd rather try and fail and know that I tried than to fail by not doing anything. And so that's what this is for, I guess. I'm depressed. And I hope I get over it. I hope. I will. You will too. We get over it. It takes work. It takes a lot of work. Some days way more work than others. But you can get through it. I tell myself that every day to make sure I can get through it. And so I was just having a down day. Figured I'd start off my very first video that's possibly going to be more YouTube-ish type of video, and then went to this. So if something resonated with you, if something helped, let me know. I'd be down to have you let me know. I'll check it out, and I'll respond to. I mean, I have like a comment I get maybe a day. I have time to respond. For some reason, I don't get responses after that first response, though. I don't know why, and it's like nowhere to be found. I have to like search through all the comments. It's anyways a little bit off. But yeah, I'm going to get up, keep trying. Today might not be a great day. Tomorrow might not be a great day. But eventually I'll have a great day again. And I'll be proud that I pushed through those bad days to get to that great day, and know that I've at least done some work. Maybe not my best work, but I progressed. I moved forward. I went to the next step, regardless if I wanted to or not, because I forced myself to. I found a motivation to just go for it, and hope that tomorrow brings a better day. So, anyways, I'm Andrew Frech, and I will talk to you later. Bye.